Welcome, and thanks for having me. My name's Eric Brewer. I'm the Director of Emergency Services for Beaver County. We're a branch of the county government under the county commissioners. Our department has two divisions: the Emergency Management Agency, or EMA, and 911. I've been with the county for over 20 years. I've worked in both capacities. Under the 911 division, we have a deputy director who oversees that. There are approximately 50 employees, and they process 911 calls. Everything from taking the calls, giving pre-arrival instructions, and then dispatching the appropriate agency to that, police, fire, or EMS. There's a lot of training that's involved, and a lot of continuous training. So once they're certified as a telecommunicator, they have to continuously go through update training. The other part of that program is the 911 fee, or what they call Act 12, and that's across the Commonwealth. So if you have a phone, a cell phone, or a home phone, or a device in general that you pay a monthly service fee on, you also pay $1.65 out of that, which goes to the Commonwealth to fund the 911 system. As the county, we apply to the Commonwealth in a grant program to get some of that funding back into the county to run the 911 system, to pay the employees, to run the phone system and the radio system. And those are expensive systems to run. So not all your tax dollars goes to running the 911 system. It's actually the $1.65 fee that you pay per device that runs the 911 system, and that's Commonwealth-wide. Under the Emergency Management Agency division, or the EMA, we have a deputy director that oversees that division, and there are three subtopics under there. The first one being Municipal Coordinators. Title 35 in the Commonwealth says that each municipality is required to have an Emergency Management Coordinator, or EMC, and is responsible for doing emergency planning for that municipality, and to have an EOP, or an Emergency Operations Plan, for that municipality. Things like evacuation sites, etc. We oversee and we do the training for those emergency management coordinators. The next would be the Hazardous Materials Response Program. Each chemical company is required to report the chemical that they use, produce, or store. They also pay a small fee for that goes to the Commonwealth, and we apply to the Commonwealth in a grant program to get some of that money back here in Beaver County to fund the Hazardous Materials Response Program. Those chemical companies are also required to report chemicals that they use, produce, or store to the local fire departments, so that they're not running into that site blindly, right? So if XYZ chemical company has XYZ chemical, they let the local responders know that, so that they know what they have on site. It's a safety program. And the last being the Radiological Emergency Preparedness Program, or REP. We have a nuclear power plant in our county, which is in Shippingport. And we do a 10-mile EPZ, or Emergency Planning Zone training around that site. We're required to do that by the federal government. So it's 10-mile radius around the nuclear power plant. We do training in radiological emergency preparedness training for those municipalities. And there are 27 municipalities in that EPZ within the 10-mile radius around the nuclear power plant. You may have seen this come to you or get mailed to you. This has a lot of, and it's backwards, I know, it has a lot of good planning in it, but better yet, it has some cards in the back that we'd like you to fill out. And these are our needs cards. And in there, it tells us if you're hearing impaired, mobility impaired. When you fill those out, we send them back to the municipality's emergency management coordinator so that they have an idea of who and what they need to do if there was a disaster. And you can get that online at beavercountypa.gov. Or you can call us at our office here at 775-1700. Once again, you can get more information at beavercountypa.gov and look up at emergency services. Thank you.